Why there's a really creepy doll here. Why is there such a creepy doll here? And why is it so cold that I have to wear gloves in
It
here?
is very chilly. I'm not chilly. I don't know.
I am freezing.
I don't understand.
Like my legs are cold.
Hey, we're going live in 10 seconds. Welcome in, everybody. Anything goes. Remember that.
Anything goes with Bremer and Jones. I think we should make our own little
Jingle?
jingle.
Let's do it.
Anything goes. Anything goes. Come on, sing it. Don't play that shit. How does it go? Anything goes. We should. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Anything goes.
Whoop, whoop.
Welcome in, everybody. Of course, it is time for Tuesday, 6 o'clock. That's a hard stop right there.
Yeah.
Anything goes. Bremer and Jones. Ted, hope you're back home. Nice to see you.
Hi,
Legal
Ted.
Legacy Home and Business Services. Anything goes. Anything goes, of course, brought to you through the financial support of our good friends over at Natural Therapy Wellness, www.mckinneymassage.com. 815-385
8190 815-385
They are
8190.
awesome. Eddie Martinez. Hey, what's happening?
Hi, Eddie.
So you guys can't see this, but there's a special guest here tonight on Anything Goes.
It's really a creepy guest that scared the shit out of me. Hey, Steph. Oh, she's at the office?
Oh, come on down.
Come down. Come see what this thing is. What the fuck is that?
That's Glenda.
Why is Glenda here?
Well, let's talk about that.
Steph, come see this. Steph, come here.
Let's talk about that. How's that?
Steph, do you have hot tea? It's freezing here.
What is going on?
What is wrong with you?
Oh my God.
What did you do? That is a very weird angle.
So
Technical difficulties.
Anything goes.
Anything ghost? That's right. Can you explain what this
Glenda? So Pete, Uncle Pete, collected possessed dolls.
That's even creepier now.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
There's what does Ted say? No, still in rehab. All right, buddy. Well, we're praying for you. Get better. Steph says, hey, stopping by office to say hi. Oh, thanks for that. Yes, as if you didn't. Okay. I asked if you were here, and she said no, she's not.
I thought she was at the bar already.
Is it a spirit guest? Kind of, yeah, right. So
Steph says no, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. No, I have makers and a Diet Coke. Well, that works too. Annabelle,
Do you have a lighter, Stephanie?
Yeah, so this is Glenda. Glenda is Uncle Pete and Mary Catherine. They like to collect dolls that were possessed. Kind of creepy.
Why?
That was a hobby of theirs.
So why did it end up here?
So when Uncle Pete passed, he expired early.
I know, which you said he got out of your contract because
he did. He did get out of the contract.
And let's just be clear: that's two people who's been in business with you who have expired.
Yeah, let's be honest. You just don't want to go into business with me.
So be a sole proprietor right now, please.
Yeah. Anywho, Lana, the meandering metaphysical show and master psychic here for the station, did a reading for Mary Catherine, in which Uncle Pete said, you have to take Glenda over to the station for Kent.
Wait, so she did a reading after Uncle Pete died?
Yeah.
And Uncle Pete told her to bring the creepy, scary doll to the station.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny because it's a possessed doll. It's funny because I had the same reaction as you did when Mary Catherine brought Glenda through the door. Was like, oh.
Why is Glenda staring at me?
No, I think she's looking at me too.
Well, that's even creepier.
I'm not sure. So they had her on this stand and they had her jimmied up on the stand. She looked very uncomfortable. So I took her off of the stand and put her on the chair, and there she is. And
that's where she's going to stay?
We're going to do a little remodeling. I think she may be right at the door as you walk in to welcome you. Yeah, she'll be the welcomer. So Pete promised that she is no longer possessed. I don't know if he took her with him or what happened there, but I don't get any vibes off her. She's just kind of a beautiful doll in a Victorian outfit staring directly at us.
I mean, I would like to say that I get creepy ass vibes from her, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Really?
I'm very uncomfortable.
Now, you were a girl. Didn't you have dolls when you were a girl?
I did have dolls. I didn't have like 3-foot creepy, scary dolls that are staring at me.
Oh, yeah. She's all maybe a 3.5, 4 feet. She's pretty tall.
It looks like it belongs in a horror movie. And I mean, really. Thanks, Uncle Pete.
Yeah. I mean, that's what do we got there? I heard Walmart is hiring. Send her there.
See, that's much better, Eddie. Who wants to have a creepy, scary
doll?
Glenda,
what I'm thinking of doing though, she's got beautiful curly hair. What I'm thinking of doing, I think what's creepy is the outfit. I think if we put her in some 21/6 the net swag, and I mean,
can she wear a Bremer team hat?
She could wear a Bremer team hat.
All right, I'll bring a Bremer team hat.
We might have one over here.
Do we have one? Anything is better than what she has there.
Yeah, I don't know what that babushka is that she's wearing, but she does have nice curly hair. It is nice. So the funny thing is, what's great are the people's reaction to our good friend Glenda. Absolutely bizarre. Of course, anything goes. So I thought, and it was great. Your reaction was great. I thought, man, I want to do it. We have a Raggedy Ann doll. Eddie will tell you about it at my house. My wife's grandmother or great grandmother made this Raggedy Ann doll. It's the real Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, from I remember those.
She tends to creep a lot of people out.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. She is out there. Very creepy. Nate, how are you? Eddie Martinez. Walmart's always hiring. They can put her in my old spot. Man, you
listen. I don't care, Nate, Eddie, who takes her, but get her out of here. I will tell you. Yeah. So we're here every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
I have never ever had this issue. I'm freezing.
Yeah, you got gloves on.
I have gloves on.
Could be
because it's her.
It could be.
It's like this. But scary. I mean, why else would it be so
I'm
cold
waiting
to
see if something happens like the one day when that.
Oh my gosh!
Flying across the room.
Remind our guests what happened.
Yeah, so we were talking about something. I forget what. We were talking about the worst foods for Thanksgiving.
Worst foods for Thanksgiving. That's right.
And we were talking about egg noodles or something.
It was disgusting.
Boiled onions. Boiled onions. And the studio ghost, which we know we all have, took a pear and just threw it across.
It was like a hollow hair ornament, and it flew across the room.
Didn't drop. This baby, no. It got flung across the room.
But even then, it wasn't as cold as this.
Yeah, so I'm curious if the studio ghost that doesn't like Glenda or maybe likes Glenda, I'm not sure.
I wonder if Lana was on. Could we get her on?
So Glenda was here when Glenda arrived on Sunday,
and
she didn't say anything. So
was it this cold?
I don't know.
Maybe it took her a little while to find where they moved her body.
Maybe, I don't know.
Scary-ish.
Yeah, she can be a door greeter.
That's right.
Everybody wants Glenda over there.
Yeah.
She's an awesome doll. I mean, at one point, I'm guessing that was probably a very expensive doll, somewhere in its lifetime.
Do we know where they got it?
Nope.
Okay, well.
Nope. Yeah, it's great though, and Glenda, it is a Victorian doll. She's dressed in Victorian. Got to be 4 feet tall, right? Her feet come out to the chair.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to be 3.5 feet.
Standing. Yeah.
She's like 3.5 foot.
She's like standing on her knees or something.
All right, well, I'm done talking about her because it's creeping me out.
So Bob Saget, let's keep with the dead people. Bob Saget, Danny.
That's so sad.
Died. Everybody loved Bob.
Yeah, he was everybody's dad.
Not mine.
Well,
you were a huge Full House fan.
I was a huge Full House fan. One of my favorite episodes is when the little girl lost her front teeth, and she was trying to get him to notice it, and he was pretending. Do you remember that at all? She had this big, huge missing teeth. I loved that show.
I literally hated Full House.
You did?
Oh my God, I hated it.
What about America's Funniest Home Videos?
Again, that was fun. I mean, that is now TikTok.
That is true. It really
Right?
is TikTok. I never thought about that. So back in my day, there was a TV show
TV
that
show.
we could
People
watch.
send in their VHS tapes.
That's so funny.
Right, but yeah. So
That's
that
hilarious.
was Sunday. You always watched AFV.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Yeah, so that was
Always.
sad. You know, I don't know if they know what he died of, or maybe it was just a heart attack. They said no drugs, no foul play.
No.
So
You know, cocaine has a funny way to scar your heart.
did he do cocaine when he was younger?
Oh my God, come on.
Really? Do you know this, or are you just guesstimating?
No, he was a hard partier.
Wow.
A lot of bumps.
See, that's
sugar.
our PSA. So don't do drugs when you're younger, because it'll catch up to you when you're older.
And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. And what about Sidney Poitier? Can we talk about that?
Poitier.
Yes.
For those young people who are tuning in, because we do have a lot of them.
I know. I was with people this weekend, and I was so sad that he died. And I think they're in their 30s, and they said, Sidney who?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you know who he was?
Yeah. Great singer, right?
Anyway,
he was a great singer.
I mean, he wasn't known for singing. He was
an actor.
He was a huge actor who forged the path for other African American actors who did a great. Guess Who Come to Dinner was amazing.
Right.
He had the best voice ever. I could listen to him talk for hours. And he wasn't bad on the eyes. Let's be honest. He was a very good-looking man.
Yeah, he was the lead in several movies.
Yeah, and I believe he's one of the very few people who received the United States highest Medal of Honor.
Right, but in some of those movies he sang too.
Yes, but I mean, it's not really what he was known for.
No, he was not a crooner.
So what is that highest Medal of Honor? What is that?
Purple Heart?
Nope. No, that's for military.
Presidential?
Maybe. It was something, like the biggest honor you could get is a civilian.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, are you busy?
I'm trying to look it up.
Okay. Anybody know what that was?
Presidential.
There's somebody who wrote something, but you have it hollowed out. Sir? Mouse? Mouse?
I don't know what's happening.
Mouse.
What's going on? Yeah, AFV.
Who is it? What does it say?
Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Happy New Year. Of course, Fred from Little Bird Kitchens.
Does it matter if a year passes between Betty White, Sidney Poitier, and Bob Sagit? Oh.
No, it's true. Usually they do.
It is usually
usually they do.
Yeah, let's talk about Betty White. That's a really good point, Fred. How creepy and fitting is it that Betty White died on the last day of 2021? Like it was a terrible year.
And it was a great year. You were a 1%er. It was a bomb-ass year, girl.
It was a great year, but lots of people passed away. And it was a lot of people lost their businesses.
Listen,
a lot of things
the older
closed.
you get, the more people pass away. More people.
Is that really what's happening to us?
That's what's happening. And it was the Presidential Medal of Honor.
Thank you.
But believe Ted.
I like Ted.
Don't believe Ken.
I like Ted. Thank you, Ted.
Yeah, and that's always the case, isn't it? There's always like three. I mean,
yeah, it always is in threes.
I'm still reeling from Kobe Bryant's death. And that
was really sad too. That was really sad about his daughter too. That's really sad. I mean, like Kobe had a wonderful life, but his daughter was just beginning hers, and she had a huge, promising career. But how do you feel about Betty White? Like, were you a Betty White fan?
Loved Betty White, absolutely. Even from the Mary Tyler Moore Show in her younger days, she was always on Password.
Mm-hmm.
She was always on the game shows. We're game show kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were game show.
We were,
and
she was married to a game show host.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
Ted Alan.
Ted, verify that. I don't trust him.
Right. Something, yeah.
See,
Alan.
Ted will tell us what it is.
Yeah, the guy had, they were married. She didn't have any kids, but she helped raise his.
Yeah.
She was brilliant wherever, and her time. What made her great, her timing was
her comedic timing was fantastic. My friend Michelle and I went away for her 50th birthday. This is embarrassing to tell everybody who's listening, and we went to South Carolina. And we wanted to go and eat our way through South Carolina and see the beautiful sights and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she had coroner reported today she had a stroke on
Yep.
Christmas, then
Stroked
passed.
out on Christmas. Merry Christmas. Stroked out. She was 99 years old. That's a good life.
And they didn't tell anybody she had a stroke? Was that like a secret?
No, that's, you don't do that.
But anyway, because and what was I saying?
You have no idea.
I have no idea what I was saying because now I got totally distracted.
Nice
what was
segue.
I saying? What was I saying?
Here's a question. Lucy and I, we drive her to school. Why is it that on and this is going to hurt you all, why is it on every morning radio station, every morning show, if there's two people, they laugh at anything and everything? It's like, Dawn, it's unbelievable. There's Glenda. And you're like, yes,
I don't even want to know what show you were listening to. Don't say it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. We love Joe, and I wasn't listening to Joe and Tina. This was a country station, and but then I flipped to another one and flipped to another one, and if there's two people, they laugh over nothing. I'm like, are they paid to laugh?
Do we laugh over nothing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, right. I find most of the stuff.
See, like right now, we'd laugh. Oh.
Yeah, no, I find most of the stuff you say inappropriate, so I don't think I would laugh.
Yeah. It's dumb.
And you don't even listen to what I say, so I forget what I was saying.
I try not to.
Does anybody know what I was saying?
Right. I don't.
What
did
try not Ted to. Say? I like you too,
yeah,
Don.
I like you too,
love
Don.
you guys. Love your show. Love the situation. Oh, good. What was I saying then, Ted? Could you tell me?
We were talking about Betty White and her comedic timing.
Yeah, I was saying something cool about that. Oh, I was telling you about my trip on my trip on South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I'm embarrassed to tell you that Michelle Prickett and I went to South Carolina. We had a great night the first night. And then, we're moms who are exhausted all the time. So we slept in.
Yeah.
And we turned the TV on at around 10:30, ordered some mimosas and some food. And the Golden Girls were on.
Oh, it was great.
And that was it.
She was awesome.
We never left the room.
Didn't have to.
We went to dinner.
Great.
We stayed home all afternoon. We literally flew to South Carolina. Got sucked into old reruns of A Golden Girl, went out for dinner, came back, watched more Golden Girls.
Of course.
Sunday, all Golden Girls till we left Monday morning. That's what we did. We flew to South Carolina.
Laughed and had a great
time. For days.
What a great time, though.
It was. But that's embarrassing. To
Those four ladies were great as well.
They were the funniest ladies ever. And they're all gone now.
They're all dead.
That's how old we are. We are so old that the Golden Girls are dead.
Well, they were old.
No, they were not. Estelle Getty was in her 50s when that show was on.
Yeah, that's old.
You were 51.
I'm 53.
You're 53
and a half. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
I'm going to be 51.
Wait, no, I'll be 53.
You will be 53.
22. Yeah, I'm 52 and a half.
Yes. I'm going to be 51.
I don't even know how old I am.
Seriously. Betty White was married to, can you click on that stuff? I'm old. Alan Ludden.
Ludden. I said fun, but I had Alan right.
This is why I have my Ted.
Alan Ludden. Yeah.
See?
Yeah. See, Eddie laughs all the time. Yeah, I don't understand. Now every morning show you're going to listen to, it'll drive you insane because every third word, one of the two or both of the hosts laugh. Oh my God! Guess what? The weather. It's retarded.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's bad.
I find
it'll drive you nuts. Everybody for I mean, you can always tune in to. We got some reruns of Uncle Pete in the morning going, but if you tune into anything other than 21.6 Net, it'll drive you crazy.
That's like, interesting.
What in the world am I?
The spirit laughs. It's warming up in here.
I think her head turned.
I think it did a little bit too. She's looking a little bit more at you.
Yeah. See,
Are you getting cold? Because I'm warming up. So no. I think she stopped piercing through my body.
No, she and I are good.
I took the gloves off.
She and I are good. Glenda and I, we go way back to Sunday. She was face down on the floor. She was standing when I left. So maybe the studio ghost didn't like her and down she went.
That's bad. So I wanted to ask you how you were doing on your diet and your exercise program with two bald guys and a mic.
Yeah, so Mike and I we're still going after it and doing well. And I don't know, I don't step on the scale. So if the shirt fits tight that day, I didn't do well. And if it doesn't, I'm like, okay.
How are you changing your eating?
To
better healthy choices?
No, okay.
I
never really ate bad though. That's the whole
What
thing.
About your drinking? Have you still stopped?
I have not had a drop of alcohol
since.
I had a beer on New Year's Eve. It was an apricot beer, I think, and it was bad.
And so, other than that, you've had not one sip of alcohol since
Not one.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, not one.
Good for you.
Yeah. How about you?
I had a Captain and Diet this afternoon.
Yeah.
2:30. Now, I don't drink often.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
You know, one drink and I'm like,
Cuckoo,
woo!
cuckoo. Yeah.
But I had a really rough day.
Yeah.
And I went to see a friend of mine, and they walked me over to DC Cobb's, and we had a quick cocktail and talked and let me vent, and I went back on my day. And that's important. I don't think enough people do that. I realized today, and maybe I have the blessings of being able to do that being an independent contractor, but when you're having a shitty day and you feel like you're gonna implode, I encourage you to get up and go talk to somebody who makes you laugh and can gossip with and talk about
21.6 of that for your daily dose of encouragement.
That's right. But it just changed my whole perception of my day.
Yeah.
It's true. What are you doing?
It's our savings account.
Am I supposed to put money into it?
That's our new we're gonna
do you take pennies?
Yeah, right.
I got no pennies with me.
Me. Look at that. Ted says he lost another 30 pounds. I'm down to 212 compared to 300 a year
ago. That's awesome.
Man, that's huge.
What are you doing?
He's had a lot of surgeries. Hey, Mary Shep, how are you?
Wait a second. What did Eddie say?
Eddie said, Dawn, the doll said to send to Eddie some leads.
Oh, send Eddie leads or she will come get you. We were just talking about that. Actually, we literally were, Eddie. We were trying to figure out what we could do to partner to get some business together.
To be a wow.
But I don't think that Kent was interested.
Yeah, no. What we should do?
He didn't seem very interested.
A thing we could do is a lunch and learn.
Lunch and learn.
Think about it.
All right.
So.
Hi, Mary.
So Betty White, dead. Sidney Poitier dead, and Bob Sagit dead. Google this and see, but they always die in threes. Fred has a great point. It seems that they always die in threes.
2 celebrities,
and if so, is that the Illuminati taking care of that? I don't know.
All right, here we go.
What about John Madden? Yeah, John Madden died a little while ago too. Yeah, I don't
know. Okay, it started in 2009 when the world lost 3 pop icons back to back: Ed McMahon, Farrah Fawcett, and Michael Jackson.
Bam.
Or how about in 2014 when the greedy Grim Reaper took actress Ann B. Davis of Baby Brunch, baseball legend Don Zimmer.
That was Alice.
Alice, is that what I said? Yeah. Oh yeah,
Ann B. Davis is Alice.
And Rick Mayall.
I don't know.
Or the deaths of rock legend David Bowie, Alan Rickman, and Renee Angelou.
Oh my God, not Alan Rickman.
Or then what about Alan Thicke, George Michael, and Carrie Fisher?
That was a big day. I remember that.
And then didn't Carrie Fisher's mom die the next day?
Yeah, maybe the next day.
Didn't she?
After. I
think Ted, check my facts.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was very bizarre.
So I wonder if that means anything.
Screech is dead.
Wasn't that last year?
Yeah.
Okay, what is wrong with you? This is why nobody laughs at you. Oh my God.
Oh Lord. John Madden died. Forgot about that, but he's dead.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Yeah, a lot of weird things happen.
That's weird. Wait, so what did I say? When did Carrie Fisher's mom die, right? Carrie Fisher's
mom.
Debbie Reynolds.
Bert's sister.
Yeah, on December 28th, 2016. Wow, already 2016.
It just seems like
the day after Fisher's death. Her mother, Debbie Reynolds, suffered a stroke at the home of her son, Todd.
Bang.
And she died that day.
Illuminati.
So she died literally less than 24 hours than her daughter. That's so crazy.
Eddie said he was pretty tore apart when Thanos died in the Avengers. I don't know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
Never seen one.
Are we too old to watch that?
I've never seen one. I'm not a big moviegoer.
I'm a big moviegoer, but I don't like Marvel and stuff like that. Give me some John Wick.
Oh, you like?
I like John Wick.
You like the high action.
High action. You know.
I'll go and watch any Pixar and Star Wars. That's it.
Star Wars is good.
Oh, and
you like?
And I did the Harry Plopper.
Ew, I've never seen Harry Potter. Did you?
How's your Harry Potter?
My Harry Pooper is good. Did you? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Terrible. Did you? Were you a Star Trek fan?
Never.
So this is a true story, and this is really gross to share with you.
I love William Shatner. Not a Star Trek.
Okay, fan. So my dad was a huge Star Trek fan. Yeah. Okay, huge. Yep. Yeah. Live long and prosper, right? In fact, I have a brick in his memory at the indoor, and it says "Live long and prosper" with my dad's name, right? Nice. And so my dad was struck with cancer. Lounge. Yes. He had cancer, and we would do these cancer walks, and it would say, my dad's name was Ira, and it would say Ira's Enterprise, and we had it designed with the Star Trek Vulcan brick. So my dad ends up passing away, and me and my nephew Corey, so I was daddy's girl, and my nephew Corey was his favorite grandchild, and he's on one side of him, and I'm on the other side, and my dad is gone, and we wanted to be the last two to say goodbye to my father. My father's laying in the bed, and we did. In the bed or the casket? He's laying in bed. He had just died in hospice. Oh, he just had passed away in hospice. Yeah. He'd been gone like 20 minutes. Everybody else had said their goodbyes, and my nephew and I are standing next to my father as he's gone about 20 minutes. And neither one of us told each other we were going to do it, but at the same time, I took his left hand and moved his hand like that. And my nephew took his hand. So my father, when they came and took him from for the morgue, was like this. Yeah. It's the greatest thing ever. That's fantastic. That's how much my father loved it. Glenda. No, is my dad still like this, Glenda? Is he still doing it? Let's see. Right. I mean, he was cremated, so I hope not. Yeah. Are you always watching the book of... Are you guys watching? He can't read, guys. He's 52. The camera's in the way. That's what they say. I can't see. No, I am not watching the... Not yet. Is it on? I haven't. I didn't even know it was out. I haven't got into it. Started doing a lot of reading this year. Really? Yeah. How often are you reading? I've read so far, gotten through 3 books this year. I'm reading a book. Yeah. Do you want to know what it's called? What is it? It's called Your Body Is Not an Apology. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. Trying to learn some self-love of the shell that I live in. I met. Thank you for letting me pour that out and then move right on. I met Mr. Khan. Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard from. Yeah. Let's hear me about this. Tell me about this. I like this guy. He was on a couple of shows. He was on Eddie's show on Friday. And how do you guys know him? I don't. I just met him. That's why I said. Did you hear? Did you hear when I said I met? Well, how did you get him on the show? I don't know. It was on Eddie's show. Eddie has the show. Eddie, how do you know Dan Kahn? Yeah, I don't know. And for those of you who are listening, Dan Kahn is the president of Keller Williams Success. I think both. I'm doing both, reading and listening to books. I don't listen to books. I like them both. Through Kevin Callback. Yeah. So Kevin Callback knows Dan Kahn. Must. And he came on through that show. So yes. Yeah. And so what did he say about me? Just a great guy. 1%er. He absolutely loves you, and he loves the way that you treat your team. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's very nice. He said you're a badass bitch. That's in the business. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, I'll keep him. And he says, because we were talking about The One Thing. Oh yeah, it's a great book. You had me read the book The One Thing, and I told him, oh, Don recommended. I read The One Thing. And he goes, well, she's quick to offer to read a book, but when you ask her to read a book. Oh, he ratted me out. Okay, so the truth is he said that when he talks to people in the top percentage, he's always like, he gets to know them, and he talks about a book that he thinks would be a great fit for them. And I said, Dan, if you ever call me and say, read a book, I'm going to tell you to fuck off. I don't like to read books. I used to be a huge book reader, but somehow my ADHD got off the rails. Yeah. And I don't want to read a book. I read contracts all day. Yeah. I read paperwork all day. I'll give you something that you'll absolutely love. Okay, if you try it. So there's but don't tell Dan about it. There's an application, and the application is called Headway. Okay. Headway.
Okay. And it's great. It's audiobooks and things. It's really,
all right,
really
send
cool.
it to me.
You'll love it.
So, anyway, so if that's why, because he said, so you never read a book? I said, absolutely not. It's taken me 3 months to read the first 4 pages of My Body Is Not an Apology, and only because Tyler Lukey said I had to read it, which is Dan's boss.
Right.
And I said, but I like to give out books.
Is he now? I mean, Dan's
no. So Dan Kahn is the president of Keller Williams Success, and Tyler is the owner of Keller Williams Success. So it's Tyler, then Dan.
Okay, wonderful. Both great guys.
Great guys.
Both great guys.
Great guys.
But yeah, I just his energy and his passion, his knowledge, to win and do right by people.
Yeah, he's
I was
great.
Like, man, I gotta have lunch with you. You're a good guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I go, just because the way you think. I love the way you think. I want to get around more people like that.
Yeah, and he's got such a great energy. Yeah. And he's constantly calling me and saying, hey, I'm here. What can I do to service you? What can I do? Not that way. Why do I have to look at you? Glenda. But he's always like, what can I do to help your team? What can I do? What are you not getting that I can make happen for you?
That's huge.
Yeah. He makes us feel like we are really important there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie. I'm glad that he talked. That's great.
Which is...
He'd die if he didn't. Let's be clear.
Yeah, let's be honest. He wouldn't have made it home.
He wouldn't have made it home.
So the book was great. He was a great guy to have on. And
did you explain the one thing to people? Because if you're going to bring up the one thing, you should talk about the one thing.
Well, we can. Does everybody out there want to hear about the one thing?
Yeah, they want to.
Because, I mean, you're listening to Anything Goes with Bremer and Jones, brought to you through the financial support of our good friends at Natural Therapy Wellness Center. Check them out at www.mchenrymassage.com, 815-385-8190.
Boom, you got that right.
Bang.
So I don't know if you guys know about The One Thing, but The One Thing is a book.
If you haven't read it, put it on your list of things to read this year.
Correct. And it's written by Gary Keller, who happens to be the owner of Keller Williams. But what I found, I fell in love with the book. The book is about, talk about the other thing. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Do you know what that is? But The One Thing book is about what is the one thing that you can do by doing so makes everything else happen.
Right.
And
what is the one thing you can do
today that by doing such makes everything else happen.
Makes all the other dominoes fall.
And so it's really interesting how simple it could be. Oof. And so, it was given to me when I first joined Keller Williams years ago. But what I really got credence from it, what I really realized that this is not just a book for realtors, was when the superintendent of District 156 had it on his desk when I went to a meeting with him a few years ago, about 4 years ago. And I said, Ryan, why is that? Why do you have a Gary Keller book? And he said, well, I guess he's the author. And I said, well, he's Gary Keller of Keller Williams. He said, no, I didn't know that. But he made all of the faculty and administration of District 156 read that book. It was on their mandated list to know what they can do, the one thing to change children's lives. So apparently it's a national sensation. It's a great book. Really I highly recommend it.
If you're looking for a book to motivate you, take you to the next step. That is...
You're welcome, Gary Keller. You can send me a check for your proceeds. Right.
Managing the Unmanageable by Ann Lohr is a great book.
Is it written about Kent?
I haven't read that one. But it is. So what I'm doing, what I've decided to do is I want to get around more people like that. I want to spend more time with people who are positive, who are motivating, who are successful, that just like, boom.
I was just talking about this with my friend Sally. You want to surround yourself. And I think in our age, because we're old, it took me decades to learn this, that I don't want to have the most friends. I don't want to have people in my life that will bring drama, will bring stuff into my life. Right. What I'm looking for are like-minded people who are here to encourage me, to motivate me, to lift me up when I'm down, and to make me want to do better by their success.
And have a wonderful creepy doll.
I mean, really, this might be our last time we're going to be in this studio. I mean, seriously. Oh, Mary, we love you.
Look at that. Look at Sally.
Sally, I'm free, Ken. Oh, I was just talking about Sally.
Right.
Sally, did you hear? I was just saying how great it is.
That's why she said I'm free.
I said, I'm here to say that this is what we realized is you want to surround yourself with like-minded people. And so it's just such an interesting
Sally, you're more
thing.
than welcome to come on Tuesdays. Anything goes. We definitely need a boost in ratings. They there was my that was it. That was my morning show laugh after.
That was ridiculous. That was dumb. And we lost like 4 listeners from hearing that.
Oh my God, turn it off.
So, but I'm glad I mean, Dan is a great guy. And I love that him and Kevin are talking. I wonder if Kevin's going to be making a switch soon.
I don't know any of that. I don't know anything. The fun part about being around people like that, and to your point, is it energizes you. So at the end of the day, you're like, let's go, instead of,
right.
Let me just sit here and plop my feet up and
right. And aren't you looking forward to the next time you get to spend 10 minutes with Dan?
You really are.
Right?
You really are.
Like I look forward when I walk into that office in Barrington, I look for Dan and I look for the other members are like that because it just makes me like excited to go in, excited to be with them, to have a debate with them, to have a conversation with them. Doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they're saying, but you have to be able to have a good
it's more of a dialogue than it is a debate or a fight, and you kind of walk away going, oh God, he had some good points there. I see that.
Isn't it fantastic when you can have a conversation with somebody who could be your competitor or could be something that has nothing to do with your service industry and say, I hear what you're saying. Have you thought of this? And giving you great suggestions to increase your business or your self-worth or make you feel better when you're down. Those are the kind of people you want to surround yourself with.
One of my goals for this year, thanks, Ted. Ted agrees. Nate says, what does it say?
I've lost a lot of friends and family trying to stay on the right path. Too much negativity kills motivation. Amen, Nate. Amen.
Where did you see him last, Nate? If you think of where you saw him last, you might remember where you left him or lost him.
What?
He says he lost a lot of friends. When you lose your keys, people
that was that stupid two-person radio laugh.
Where'd you see him?
I can't do it. I can't do it. The stuff you say is dumb sometimes.
Where did you see
it? Up your ass is where I see. This is why we motivate each other. I'm warm now.
All I'm going to say is when you wake up in a cold sweat with Glenda staring at you tonight.
Hi, Glenda.
Guess what?
Listen, Glenda, thank you for warming me up.
One of my goals this year, and I shared with Joe from In the Know with Steph and Joe on Fridays at 3, is I want to sit down once a month for an hour with one of my competitors, right? Somebody in the business. We're not really competitors. There's so much business, and try to learn from them.
Yeah.
Right. Is to say, hey man, I just want to pick your brain and see how you did this, and this.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, when COVID started 700 years ago,
right?
I was trying to figure out what are other top agents in this industry going through right now. What's happening? What are they doing to get business? How are they handling COVID policies? How are they handling? Are they going into people's houses? Right. And so I reached out to top 10 agents in the McHenry County, and I called each one individually and said, listen, I'm thinking about starting a mega agent mastermind. So I don't care that you're from Remax or you're from Better Homes, like all of us in this community, would you be interested in a mega agent mastermind? And so they all said yes. And it's 2 years now. And it's every few months we send out an email and say, hey, let's get together. It's all through Zoom. Yeah. And we talk about what's going on in the industry. We help each other with ideas. We've now started an email chain where it says, hey, I have a house that's coming up, or does anybody have a house coming up? And we are competitors in the same community, in the same county, helping each other. And that's exactly what you're talking about.
Whole, I mean, you are in a funny position. That's real estate. I mean, every deal you do is basically with a competitor.
Yeah, but I think it's the same thing for loan officers. I will tell you that I think you will be shocked. I think any business owner will be shocked. For instance, let's just use an example. Christine Ditzler.
Love her.
Right? For Restoration One.
Water, fire, mold, 847-264-4664.
She collaborates with Lisa and Justin Parrott from Excel Restoration. They communicate they're competitors. They do the same thing, but they talk, they share ideas, they share business. Today in my networking group, Tim Stewart was talking about how he refers to Phil Sweeney. They're both in the loan officer business. And that when he can't get it done, he sends it to somebody else that is in the same business. So I think it happens way more than people think. And when you reach out to those loan officers and have that conversation with them, they can send you leads the business that they can't close. Maybe you can do something different. I highly recommend it.
No, I do. I pass around a lot. What does that say? Is a lot of words.
Come on in, Steph. That's April.
What does it say?
They were showing us their tits. What? I had to make some tough decisions when working on my recovery, and some folks.
Keep going.
Some folks just didn't make the cut. Those that don't complement your life and goals in a positive and constructive way shouldn't be in your life. And it's not about blowing smoke. It's about integrity and loyalty and not being an ass.
There you go.
Amen. That's one of these.
Yeah, pen drop. Nice job.
Good job, Sally.
Good pen drop.
Yeah. I mean, and she's just great. She's come through so much. She's so incredible. From Tim and Sally Santos.
Let me tell you
from
something, brother.
Health Markets.
Let me tell you something, brother. Is on right after us. And her husband's on that. So it's a good thing. Yeah, I think when you hit a certain age, you stop running, right? And you go, okay. And I think that's wisdom. I think,
Yeah.
People ask, and I love being 52. I love my 50s. It's probably the best age. What I dislike is that I got adult kids. Because I look back at pictures at my kids and I go, oh, right. So, but what you always wonder, did I do right by my kids? And today I'm sitting there and my daughter Ashley sends this. Now she's a clinical psychologist. She sends that.
Am I supposed to read this?
You can.
I think it says talking instead of taking. Talking with my group of teens today, and they all unfortunately said they had an absent father or terrible experiences with stepfathers. I'm emotional later because my dad is my hero, and there wasn't a time that my dad didn't show up. Love you, Pop. Blessed by you. That's so great.
Tears me up.
I mean, and you should be, because let me share with you, coming from somebody who had a present father.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Look at my dad's been gone 9 years, and I could still miss my dad all the time. And I am raising 2 children who don't have a very active father.
And he's active,
but not with them.
Maybe not in their life.
Not with them. Right. And it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And so you should be proud of that. And what a great testimony to you as a father. I will tell you, since we're going to brag about our kids for a second, I had this ridiculous thing happen. As you know, I love to wear hats. I shouldn't wear them as much. You wouldn't know. So I have this Cubs hat. So my friend who passed away was a huge Cubs fan, and I love to wear Cubs hats and think of him. And I was on, I think you may have seen my dad had a boat in Florida. And there was this great photo of my dad a few weeks before he died on the boat standing. And we sold the boat to some people who live in the complex. And those people still live in the complex. And I was sitting on the bench by my dad's boat and saw them. And they invited me and my kids out on the boat. So me, my kids, and my mom went on my father's boat. And we got to take the same. I have the same photos of my kids standing exactly where my dad is, and I made this, whatever you call collage. And I was having such a great moment. And then we left, and we were driving fast. We saw some dolphins and whatever, and it was just such a perfect day. And then we hit a huge wave, and my Cubs hat blew off into the ocean. And we turned around, we tried to find it, but all these boats were coming and it was gone. And I was so sad about this stupid Cubs hat. But then I was like, it's okay. We had a great day and I never thought about it again. Come to find out, last week, I get a box addressed to my son. And my son found my missing hat from years ago on eBay, bought it off of somebody with his own money and had it sent to me.
Wow.
Like, Come on, he's 18.
Wow, that's huge.
And I was like bawling.
Sure.
And he's like, it meant so much to you. And I wanted to replace it, Mom. I'm like, that's going to be a good husband. He's going to be a good father, even though he didn't have one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Ted says some words.
Can you read it? Let me read it. That's the best way for any business to be, because even if you can't service a customer, but you refer them who will have that customer respect you more, trust you more, and they will come back to you when they need something right. That's true. Hi, Lisa.
That's it.
You don't need parents, just a few positive role models for wisdom and advice. A quote from famous Mark Schlegel.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You just got to have some people in there who are going to always be available for you. And let's be honest. Those single moms like me who don't have active fathers, those boys love their mamas.
Oh, yeah.
They're always the ones thanking their mamas for everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you always just wonder, right? You've got 2 kids, I've got 4. You go through life, and the 2 older ones now are like, or you got 3, sorry, and I've got 4, but the 2 older ones are like, God, you're so easy. I go, I didn't know what I was doing with you 2.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you were the guinea pigs, and now we kind of got it figured out.
Yeah, lucky for Lucy.
Yeah, well. I ain't whooping them like I used to whoop, but I don't have to. I just have to say, I'll get the red spoon out, and shit gets done. Right?
Yeah, it's just so great. So we should be very lucky. Lucky that we have some great kids. Yeah. So we're doing something right.
Blessed. Right. Absolutely. Right? This dumb show, and our kids love us.
Yeah.
What else can you ask for?
They don't watch our show, but
no, thank God.
Thank God.
they would not. They'd be like, oh. I take that word back.
Right? Yeah, it's bad enough I embarrass them on a daily basis. Right. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Can I ask you, do you love to embarrass your kids? I mean, you play the Mozart and stuff. You play like
I do a lot of directing.
Directing in the car.
If I see that I can get under there,
I
don't have an embarrassment gene.
I don't either.
So, but if I see that my kids are uncomfortable, that's the worst thing. Then I smell blood.
Right. That's what happens to me.
Now it's game on.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you know one of my favorite things I ever did to Sam? I have the privilege of being able to pull some strings in his school.
Yeah.
And on his 16th birthday, I knew he sat outside in the common areas to eat lunch with his friends. So I called the choir director and asked him to sing happy birthday to my son in his high school in the middle of his lunch. Awesome. Best day ever. He didn't speak to me for like 3 days, but it was wonderful.
It was worth it.
It was worth every minute.
Every second of it. But you know what? He's the guy who will do the same thing to his kids.
He will. He would totally do it.
Torture his kids.
He totally will.
Which is, and that's what make him a great pop star.
Yeah.
Wait till another 10 years.
Like 15?
Right.
Please start late.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe early because I'd like to be around. I'm a late mom. I mean, I'm 50 and I have a 12-year-old. So they're going to have to start early.
And have a 12-year-old.
I know. But you have older kids, so you'll be a grandpa way before me. I mean, my daughter is going to be 28, but if she has a baby right now, I'll kill her.
Right. We call it
Palita.
The spoon. That's it, man.
What is Sally saying?
Ours is the red spoon.
My kids embarrass me from time to time. I cannot wait to pay them back. Oh, Sally, I can help you with that.
So one of the things I always love to do is when the kids were younger and we had them all, and so you got 4 kids and they're being crazy, and we're maybe at a restaurant or something, and everybody's kind of looking. I would always be like, "I'm sorry, they're from her first marriage."
That's genius.
And people would look at me like, "That's such a good guy."
So
I didn't tell them that I am her first marriage.
That's genius.
But
Grandpa like, Kent in 2022?
No. We've got plenty of time for that.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so I would, and people would, people would look at you, because you could see them uncomfortable, and then I'd be, like, "I'm sorry, they're from her first marriage." Alice absolutely hated it, right?
That is hilarious.
But then they would look at me and go, "Oh, what a nice man."
Yeah, it changes the perception. Like, wow, you're put up with those kids as opposed to you're not the one taking care of those kids. That's fantastic.
It is so fun.
Except I couldn't do that because Caitlin is from Warren's first marriage, and then that would discount Caitlin. So I'm screwed on that one.
Tim always says, "I'd take you out more, but you have all these effing kids."
That's true. That's
So
true.
true. So true. Lisa, what does Lisa say?
My girls used to chase me in the store pretending they were crying, yelling, "Mommy, please don't leave us again. We will be good."
That's fantastic.
That's the best.
We'll be good this time.
Oh my goodness.
That's freaking
Oh, I
great.
like your kids, Lisa.
Yeah.
Make people look at me like I'm evil. That's fantastic.
Fantastic. Those are fun. Who's out there? What is going on? Is that Tim? Come on in.
Santos, come on in.
Did you lock him out? It's locked?
Oh, I have to get up.
Oh my gosh.
Again, now people can see the size of my ass.
Well, it's on the radio, so that is great. Look at the size of her ass. Yeah, especially. So we heard you take Sally out, but she has too many effing kids.
She just told everybody if she didn't have all these damn kids, he would take her out.
That is it. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Come on in. I can turn on that microphone for you if you want to have a little time with Bremer and Jones. Say hi to Glenda.
Hi, Glenda.
No, you're over there.
Oh. Wow.
I had the same reaction. It's pretty scary, Tim. Pretty scary. What does Sally say? We don't use a spoon here. We have a
chancla.
A chancla? What's a chancla?
Is a flip-flop.
Oh.
Like a sandal.
Oh.
It's like a Hispanic thing.
So we can hit the kids with this flip-flop. Does it hurt?
It can
I
sting.
don't know. It can sting.
You mean
Really?
if you hit it right?
Sure.
I have a girlfriend,
That's
Tracy.
the same thing with ours is a plastic spoon. You just kind of got to get a good snap in there.
I have a girlfriend, Tracy. She is from the South Side, so she says Southsiders will understand this. She has the ability to take her shoe off in a split second and throw it at the back of a kid's head.
That's awesome.
She's just like ninja
Is she
style.
Italian?
No.
Is she black?
No. She's
Eddie Murphy's
Polish.
mom. Eddie's Murphy mom. Remember that? He'd say, and it could turn a corner.
Seriously, he did. Oh, he was the best comedian ever.
I don't think he could do stand up today. Too many soft
No, he would be
people out there.
What does that say?
Yeah.
What does Eddie say? They be throwing the, what's it called, Tim?
Chancla on the run.
Okay, what does Nate say?
That's it. Nate says,
damn, you guys had it easy with the spoon. I was hit with whatever was around. You know, my mom didn't hit me, but you know what she would do?
73 Buick.
You know what my mom would do? My mom, when I would embarrass her in front of people, she would take her nails and just quietly do like this to me. And I would have bloody nail prints in her, like literally nail prints like this in my arms. It was horrible. Horrible. I would rather be hit than do that.
Was that supposed to turn me on? Should that have? Should that have? I don't.
Oh my God.
Because it did.
Seriously, I'm not touching you anymore.
Because it did.
The Comcast remote hurts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
These are some great tips.
Hey,
can I take notes?
My dad, back in the 70s,
flip-flop?
He'd pull off that belt.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It had three eyelets on it.
Mm.
So when he whooped that, you could hear it whistle.
Yeah. Yeah. I was hit with a fly swatter.
Oh, yeah. Been there. Done that.
That's what I was hit with, a fly swatter, because that thing had a long handle.
Corrected. You were corrected.
I was corrected. Is that what it was?
With a fly swatter, your parents.
Seriously. You know, now if we did any of that, we'd be going to jail. Yeah, trust me. We'd be going to jail. Nope. If I hit my kid with a fly swatter and they reported it, DCFS would be at my house for hitting my kid with a fly swatter.
No.
Yeah.
Run.
Were you investigated in return?
Give it a try.
Can I hit Sam with it? Can you imagine if I hit Sam with it? The problem is, I will tell you guys this. This is where I'm at now. My kids and I have always been like physically like jokey. We push each other. Yeah. Like they try to get back behind me and I push my back against the wall, right? Now they can throw me across the damn room. My son, have you seen my child?
Yeah.
I can't even mess with him. He can kill me.
He can kill me. His hair looks like
it does look like that. But even my 12-year-old, he's gotten some muscle behind him and now he can kick my butt.
Yeah. My dad had that belt with the studs. Yeah.
That was probably the worst. What? My mom would always do the old arm grab. Do you know that move? Yeah. The upper underside of your arm, the real sensitive part. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah. The cow bite.
Yeah.
It's called the cow bite.
In there. Yep.
Yeah. Like, hey. Oh, my daughter's calling. Oh, should we ask her how I abused
Obviously
her?
A fan of the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
On the air.
Yeah.
What did I walk into?
We were talking about abusing your kids.
Yeah, no, we just anything goes. So we've talked about books. We've talked about dead celebrities. We talked about hitting people. It's our show. Anything goes with Bremer and Jones, of course.
Right.
It's the way it was. Times have changed though, because listen, you're grounded. Get to your room, and you're there for a week. My kids are all in their rooms now. Like, hey, whatever. You're grounded. Out of your room. I'm literally, my 12-year-old is in her room all the time, just hanging out.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, that's how Gabe is.
It's crazy.
He's pretty much in his room. So we're like roommates, except for he doesn't pay rent. So.
Right.
That's
and
hilarious.
He's how old?
15, well, he'll be 15 on Sunday.
So a freshman.
Yes.
Yeah. So Lucy's in the 7th grade, and it's that way. I'm just like, seriously, and then it's, hey, Lucy, hold on. What do you mean? Don't hold on.
If I had to, if I told
You're
my
in
father
your
to
room
hold
doing
on,
nothing.
Right.
What do you mean hold on? Don't tell me to hold on. Get your ass down here. That's
Eli, come down here. 10 minutes. I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen in 10 minutes if you don't get your ass down here.
That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy.
What does it say?
Let's see.
Wait, you missed Eddie.
All right,
We also talked about. Oh wait, you're on that one. Our kids live in their rooms like their personal apartment. Gabe is like a tenant. Yeah, that's what he said.
Absolutely.
We also talked about goals and networking to help each other out. Oh, that's right. We did talk about that.
Thanks for the recap.
Thank you, Eddie. When my
was
kids
good.
were in the room for punishment, they were not allowed to touch anything or have on the TV or the radio. They had to sit on their bed and do nothing. Yes.
Well, we didn't. We were so poor. We didn't. I mean, we didn't have a radio or a television in that room.
Yeah.
Literally.
Probably.
You went into your room and you were looking at the posters on the wall.
The posters. The posters were the best. I had the
sweet
best
posters.
posters. So
Right?
did I. Did you have the Farrah Fawcett poster?
No, I did not have a Farrah Fawcett poster. I had Jenny McCarthy though.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. Farrah Fawcett is your age. Did you have a Farrah Fawcett poster?
I did not. My brothers did, but I did not. I had people like Dr. J and Magic Johnson. Matter of fact, I still have Magic Johnson posters.
I had Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
That's it. And then as I got a little bit older, I got some of the tapestries, some Led Zeppelin tapestries.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. That's the way it was. But
when
yeah.
Mike, hold on a second.
You already read that.
I read that one.
Yeah. You want to read it again?
No. When my kids say they're sick and they have to stay home from school, I make them not have any video games, no phone. If you're sick, then you must be sick. Lay in bed in the dark.
Well, and now with COVID running crazy, and excuse us, Facebook and YouTube for saying the COVID word, but now with that running crazy,
You can say the C word.
you can't say it. I'm not feeling good. Well, you can't go to school then. Oh, why aren't you feeling good? Oh, your girlfriend's got the COVID, so you're going to stay home and talk to Riley all day, aren't you, Lucy? No, I'm not. Okay. So we swab the nose. Guess what? You don't have it. Taking your ass to school.
Whatever happened to like just having a regular cold?
It's gone.
It's gone.
There are no colds.
My son has an ear infection, and he went to the doctor.
What did you say?
He has a terrible, terrible ear infection, and it hurts so bad. My 18-year-old.
Yeah.
He went to the doctor to say, I have a terrible ear infection. They gave him a COVID test. Since when did a COVID test come? When did COVID cause ear infections?
It does. It causes everything.
I just don't understand why you can't just have an ear infection anymore.
You can't have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously, this makes no sense.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in right now.
It is. So you
Metallica and was it Ride the Lightning? Which Metallica? That's the whole thing. If it was a Ride the Lightning poster, I'm down with that.
Really?
Yeah, love the Ride the Lightning.
Yeah. So your show is coming up.
It is.
And what time should people tune back in?
7:15.
7:15.
What?
Right on the.
And we're going to learn today because Tom was there and he said he's going to learn. Oh, there's Tom.
There he is coming in.
That he's going to talk about, explain what his wrestling is and why he's single because he loves wrestling.
Look at him. Oh, man.
Okay, you were right. This is why you said you're single.
He's coming in like the Macho Man.
Come in here and show the audience why. No, walk in just like you have it.
Yeah.
Stand here, hold up, lift up what you have. He has wrestling dolls, a wrestling little thing, a wrestling lunchbox with some toys.
She called them dolls.
Dolls. Oh,
wrestling
dolls.
buddies. You
Tune
can drop the elbow on those things.
Tune in at 7:15
Yeah.
to watch them.
Let me tell you something, brother.
And find out why
it's on fire.
Tom is single.
Straight.
Hey, that's what you said this
fire.
morning.
Straight fire. That's it. I love it. That is the way
what
to
does
go.
Sally say? Tim loves wrestling and he's not even close to single. Okay, that's true. That's true.
That's not fair. That's his point.
I know that is true. Ultimate Warrior was the best.
No.
Tune in, Eddie.
That's right.
And Sally says it's a great show, but she is not biased.
It is a great show.
I mean, a little bit.
It is a great show.
I mean,
all right, that's got to do it for us. We're right there at the back end of our show. What an extremely fun and show that had no form. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, we want to thank our good friend Glenda for making an appearance here today
Glenda.
and staring at us through the whole thing. Glenda, absolutely love you for that. I appreciate it. Everybody has the same reaction. Oh. So Glenda, thanks for coming in. Stick around 15 minutes. Come back for Let Me Tell You Something, Brother, the ultimate show on sports entertainment.
that's right.
We're not off the air yet. I just cut the music hard. We'll get off this broadcast. There we go.